Good morning. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts. Today is April 2nd and we are working on the ABC April 2025 hashtag, and we are talking about the letter B today. The letter B. We've got bone folders, book binding, and belly bands. Three things that all relate to junk journaling. And I'm sure you're going to learn a lot about these things today because they are some of the basics of junk journaling. I am so glad you're here to join me today, and welcome back. Welcome to the new members that have joined in, and welcome back to those who've been around for a while. If you are here for the first time, I am so thankful for you, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing because my family is growing here on the YouTube, and I would love you to be a part of it. So we're talking about bookbinding today. Bookbinding is the process of turning your signatures, that's these little group things, pages, into a book and binding it into the spine. We're not going to do bookbinding today. I'm just going to kind of define it because I'll probably be doing more of that process when we get to the P letter for pamphlet stitch. Pamphlet, what's it called? Pamphlet binding. Anyways, we're going to do that later on, but we're going to do more about bone folders and belly bands today. But bookbinding, there's so many different ways you could do it like this. I've got the strings underneath here hidden with this spine. We've got some fabric on the edge. It's just there's so many different ways, guys. So many different ways. There's no way for me to cover it all. I will say though, because she is an amazing source, she's not making current videos, but she's got so many in her library. Go check out Nick the Booksmith. She's fantastic. And everything bookbinding, that's Nick. And she tells some great stories and gives you tutorials. She's fantastic at it and you'll love her. So I'm going to make sure to tag her in the description box. If I forget, as I often do, please remind me to tag Nick the Booksmith because she's phenomenal. And you will, I promise you'll love her. She is the true real deal. So I think most of us have learned whatever skills we have from Nick at some point. So belly bands, let's talk about belly bands. This is a bone folder. This is also a bone folder, and bone folders can look a lot different in different ways. They are usually pretty strong, made out of probably different materials. These are both, I don't know, nylon, plastic, whatever, and they are used for scoring. I'll show you that in a minute. And folding, so you can rub your projects to make sure that, I'll show you how to use them in a little bit, but these are bone folders. Belly bands are these guys right here. So it's just a band that is used in your book to tuck little things in. These can be all different sizes depending on the page, and you can decorate them different ways. I've got a little card right there for this one, and I've tucked some ephemera in there. And let's see if I've got any others. You can decorate the, however you want to. They can be whatever width you want. Excuse me, please. Any width you want them. I think I should probably have at least one more. We're going to add a couple in here. I may not. Maybe I didn't. Oh, there's another one. You can sew on the edges if you want to. You can make them however you want. You want to make them cohesive to your book so that they fit in like they're supposed to be there. So you can do, let's see, this one's going to be wider than that other one. I did some sewing on this one, lots of stamping. I made that paper. Stamped it up, did some mixed media there, however you want to. I'm going to show you some other examples as well, as we'll add a couple into this book and decorate them. So did I add any in the back signature? Let's see. I haven't opened this book for a minute, so I'm not even sure. This would be a great page for a belly band. So I'm going to kind of hold that one open. That one's kind of stuck there. Got lots of different pages in here, vintage pages, painted pages, digitals, stenciling. I love how that turned out. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Let's see if there's some other great pages for belly bands. You want to make sure that your belly band is also on a sturdy page so that it can support the weight of whatever you put behind it. We don't want our pages just flopping around and getting damaged. So that's something to consider. Some painty pages. I didn't put any belly bands back here. Well, we're going to fix that. There were 2 in the front signature, so we're going to add 2. Oh, there's one. There's one. Look, I did some different stitching on there and on the sides. And again, it's just holding that on there. Don't have to sew it. It's just an option. Something that's kind of fun to do. So we only need to add 1. And I found a whole pile of them over by my sewing machine that I was going to sew. I don't really need to sew them all. But you can see that these are strips off of other projects, masterboards mostly, that I made, and I kept them aside. Obviously they're too big. We'll cut them down to fit. I think that would be a perfect one. That's beautiful too. And these are just, and we'll do masterboards another time too. But yeah, we need to, how did I move that? Did my phone move? Sorry guys, let me see if I can fix that for you. Sometimes my little holder gets a little not as strong as I want it to be. And these are going to be too small. These will be probably better for tags. And they're a little firmer, so we'll skip those. But these longer strips, when you use them and cut them off of other things, they're perfect for belly bands. So I'm thinking I really like this one with all the colors and the floral and the music. I really like that one. I think we're going to use that one. And I think we're going to add a different touch to this one because I showed you the sewn ones and I showed you the ones that weren't sewn. So I think we're going to add a pocket to this one. I think that would be fun. Now, we need to make sure that it's the height of the paper that's in the book. So we're going to go ahead and mark this right here. I can see that mark. And I did some cleaning today and moved my cutter. Come here, Mr. Cutter. Oh, come a little closer, please. There we go. Use this one. This is a scoreboard. Ow! Got a hot glue gun. That hurt. Okay, I had a mark. Do you guys remember where it is? I think I liked that side up, so it's right there. Okay, I see it now. All right, so I've lined that up on the edge there. And then I have my glue gun going because I like to use the glue gun on these a lot of times. It's a faster stick. And sometimes it's stronger, so just depending. Then we're going to line this up in the middle. Line that up at the top. We should be square. There we go. Now this would have been pretty sewn as well, but this is beautiful. So now just like that, we've got a little tuck belly band. But I'd like to put, maybe we could use, one of these cards might be cute to make. Or even this would be cute to make a little pocket on there. Should we just use this piece? Let's use this piece. Why not? Why not? There's no rules. That's the cool part. This is your art and your project. There are no rules. You can do it how you want to. Whatever you feel led to do, do it. Whatever you think would be beautiful or suit your project, do it. Even if it's not what everybody else would do, do it anyway. I think I want to cut this a little bit shorter because I love the pink in there and I'm missing so much of it by covering that. Going to go ahead and round the corner here. I'm making this up as I go. All right, we're going to put that there. But can you see how it kind of blends in right there? It really blends in as part of it. So it'd be really hard for somebody to notice that this is a pocket. So we need to do something to fix that. Now, a lot of times I like to rough up the edges of my projects just to be a little grungy, but this book is not very grungy, so I'm not going to do that. I didn't do it on here, so I'm not going to do it on the pocket, but I will ink it. my favorite for inking the edges lately has been Scorched Timber. It is the darkest brown of this set of inks, and it has become my absolute favorite. I used to think Walnut Stain was dark till I got to this one, but it just outlines so perfectly. And if I'd thought of it, I probably would have done these edges too. I probably still could. But my point is not to grunge it necessarily. I just want to outline it. So you'll see, once I put it there, you can see much better that there is something there. Okay, and that's the idea. Now I could go back if I wanted to and put a piece of paper under here and probably, well, we could actually do a little bit anyway. We'll just lift it up off the paper. Just give it a little something, something. Sure won't hurt. I'm trying not to get it on that paper in the back though. No need for that. And then we can glue this here. And for this one, I'm just going to use my liquid glue. On the side, and on the bottom, so it doesn't fall out. Whoop. Put this down here. And then we've got a perfect pocket for a tag or a note or something. And I might actually have something that could go there. See, something like that could go there. But let's find one that kind of coordinates a little better. I have these cards that would be fun. They're too big for that, but they would be fun to stick back behind here. But I think they're the same size. So that's going to be a loss if I do that. Let's see if we can find one that would really coordinate. That one's too big, too big. I don't really want to cut them down. Otherwise, I'd probably use them. This one would be nice because it's got the pink on it. Let's use this one. And I think I'm going to cut it right about here. I've got a straight line and a natural break right there just because I tore those papers. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Let's cut it right there. All right, and then I've got, here's a trick if you don't already know it. You can use a card and cut the corners at the angles that you like. I know a lot of you are not beginners, but I really want to make sure that we're kind of going back to the beginning for some of these things. We'll get a little more advanced as we go through the month and with our techniques and things. And I'm no pro, but I have made a few of these and enjoy it. I also need to cover that, don't I? So I like to make my tags something that you can write on the back of. And I probably should wait to ink this until I do that. But let's see. Let's put something on the back. Some different paper. For that, I like to go through my copy dyed papers, find ones that have ripped, and use them as scraps, just like this one. It's not a full page, so I can't use it in a journal. So we're going to glue this one to the side here. And I'll show you one of those uses for a bone folder. A bone folder right now. There we go. Here's a great use for a bone folder. We're going to take that bone folder and we're just going to slide it. And look, it smushes the glue out. It's smushing the glue underneath so it's evenly spread. Once that glue is smushed out, we can wipe it up, clean up the mess, and make sure that there's no bubbles or no bumps underneath. And then it's securely fastened to that paper behind. And then we can cut it back out. We'll just go back around here. Oh, I've got another B word for you. How about Bearly Arts Glue? Gotta talk about Bearly Arts Glue. It's my favorite glue. My very favorite glue. It dries quickly. It keeps your paper from puckering. You don't need a lot of it. It ships in the winter. All the things. All the things. You may love it too. So I highly recommend Barely Arts glue. This is what it looks like. Now I do have to admit, I don't have Barely Arts glue in here right now because I'm trying to get rid of some other glue. But it is my go-to glue, my Barely Arts. I love it, love it, love it. It is pretty much the only one I will purchase to use. But when I'm giving glue, I don't like to waste it, so I'm using what I've got. And then I'll put some more Barely Arts back in there. So you're going to see a little bit of puckering on here because this is not what I'm using right now. But I highly recommend it. If you're looking for a good glue, I highly recommend that one. I know that Art Glitter Glue is also a favorite in the paper crafty world. It does a really great job too. Everybody kind of has their preference. This one is mine. You will see a lot of people talking about the glitter glue, or the Art Glitter Glue. They work slightly different. They have a little bit different dry time, and it just depends on what you like. So I haven't used that one enough to critique it properly. I have tried it. I still go back to the Barely Arts. So it's just what you get used to. And this is definitely my favorite. So this is called a crocodile. We will talk about this another day. Probably with C. Crocodile for C. All right, we're going to put this is a crocodile. Now you can punch holes with crocodile. You've got a couple different sizes to punch holes. I don't know why I'm going into it since we'll do it another day, but this is the tool that you need for eyelets and things, because you can put a little eyelet in there. Starts with an E. And squish it. I got some off-brand eyelets, and they're really hard to squish. I think they're longer bases. So we got that we can put in there. We could also put butcher's twine. There's another B word. Butcher's twine in there. Let's use a pink because I like it. I like it in there. Butcher's twine. That's a B word. Let's do it. I'm thinking of all the B words we can find today. We've gotten quite a few already. We'll put that through there. And then we can just tie this up at the top. Butcher's twine. And I want to kind of decorate that tag too. We'll make it pretty. This tag, the one in my hand. It's got some stamping there, but I'd like to do a little bit more stamping on it to make it even prettier to put in there. So let's do a little bit more since we have some time. Am I coming up with all the good B words, guys? Some B words. Let's see. Binding kit, my brushes. We could do some stenciling and use some brushes. We could do that. Let's see if I have a stencil nearby. Ooh, I have Gina K's stenciling right nearby. I wonder if some of this would fit. I have not used this kit yet. This was the SBC Fest kit that she did. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to participate. I ordered the kit, but I didn't get to participate. So I still have the kit. We could just do a few of these flowers. Would be really pretty on there. They're small enough. Let's pull these out. And Gina K you can find her products. I believe she has her own website, but I find her, oh yeah, GinaKDesigns.com. And I usually get stuff from her from scrapbooks.com. No. Simon Says Stamp. She might be on both. I don't know. I think it's Simon Says stamp that I get on one. And those are the centers. Okay, so these are the two I want. If I only want the little flowers, so those are the two I want. I'm going to put these back in here because they will just be in the way. And these are layered stencils. And we can talk about stencils later in the month too. See, all these things we can talk about, guys. So make sure that you're subscribed because you're going to want to know. You're going to want to know. I'm going to give you good tips throughout the month. I promise you that. Okay, she gave me those two. Let's see. Anything here I want to put on there? I might want to use some of those. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some old flowers on here because wouldn't that be cute right there with some little pink flowers? Let's get some pink ink. And since we're doing Gina K, let's use Gina K ink. Why not? This one's a little peachy, and I'm okay with that. Ooh, if I can open it, there we go. This one is called, she puts the name on the bottom, Sun-Kissed Coral. She uses Sun-Kissed Coral a lot. I'm going to use my Spellbinder brushes. I got these from Amazon. And these are tiny brushes. She also has sets of tiny brushes. But these are Spellbinders. They come in sets of 3. So there's a big one, a medium one, and a small one in each set. I went ahead and bought 6 sets because I'm going to use different ones for different color families. So I got a whole bunch of them. I just got them in, so I haven't really used them very much. But what I have used, they've been great. And just being able to get into those little sections has been fantastic. Okay, we can just line that ink up in there, go both directions. And I'm not trying to get even swirls or anything, just adding some color. I'm not looking for perfection here. I like a little bit of a rustic, organic look. So, you know, too much perfection does not look rustic and organic. So I kind of don't mind if it's different. I think I want one more big one right here. Maybe going off the page would be good. For that matter, I'll do that little one right there too. Cool. Okay. Oh, I like that a lot. So much. I like that so much. All right, now what I'm going to do, these are layered stencils, and because I didn't quite use it the same way that you would normally use these things, I'm going to, do I have a yellow from her? I have a purple. Ooh, I do. I have the, this one is Butterscotch. I love that color. Okay, she uses it all the time too. I think it's one of her newer colors. Gina K has amazing product. Oops, I don't want to use the same brush. We're going to use a tiny one. And I think I'm just going to kind of line these up with each flower and just do them individually because I don't expect them to really line up since I didn't use it quite the way that they're intended to be used. So we'll just find the circles that fit. Super cute. Okay. And we'll do a little yellow one right there. Where's that flower? There we go. Can you guys see that? And a small one. And another small one. Let me show you that. Look how cute it is. And it brings in the picture, the pink. It brings in the yellow. And I'm thinking about, not purple. Let's see. There's no purple on there. I do have green in the background on there. Let's use, I don't have a Gina K green. I have like a teal. What's that one? Purple? No. I'm going to use this one. We'll put Gina K back. We're going to use this one And I'm going to use another tiny one because I want to use these tiny little dots kind of just around, like that. Just like that. Just random. No rhyme or reason. Just add a little tiny dot. I don't know. It's going to be one of those things that's so subtle, people probably won't even notice it. And that's what I'm looking for. I just want it to blend in and look like it's part of the paper and part of the thing. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I should put some big ones too. Should put some bigger ones too? Why not? If we feel like maybe that would make us happy, let's do it, right? Put some bigger ones. So we'll have all sizes. They can go off the paper. Just stencil some in. How fun. Just some little pokey dots. Are you guys crafting today? I hope you're crafting along. This ABC thing is a lot of fun. Make sure that you are checking out the other artists. I'm going to be listing, I know that Tony and Margaret are posting the other creators in their description box. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go ahead and get that list from them and also post it in my description box. So go check them out. They're all amazing, and you probably know half of them at least, but go add the rest of them to your regular viewing because they are fantastic and you will love them. I think I want to put some of the butterscotch back in there too, randomly. I'm going to do that as well. Clean those off. Where'd that yellow brush go? There we go. Just a few. Don't need too many, but it will definitely add to the paper. Super cute, right? Okay, so there's our tag. I think we're done with that. I already inked it on the outside, so I think it's over. I think that's it. I think that's it. We can put this back. I showed you, okay, so I need to show you a little bit more about the bone folder, because that was one of our topics. We got butcher string. I think you know what to do with string, guys. You could use it for lots of different things. Tags for sure. You can tie it around your project, make it pretty. You can, in fact, we could do that too. We could can I not get this in there now? What's up? What's up with that? Did it catch on something? No, it just kind of glued. Okay. So one of the things you can do, let's do it around it right here. I think I can still do it. Might be a little hard since I already glued it down, but oops, I don't want to put that on my hot glue gun. Let's tuck it back around this way. And then I'm going to tuck it around one more time. You can do this however many times you want to. I always like to do 2 to 3. I think it would be fun to do it this way. And then we'll go under this one with this one. We'll go under this way with this one. And that way we have a center string to tie onto. I like to tie it back up over, oops, don't tie it that tight. Tie it up over to the side. So there's lots of things you can do with butcher string too. You can get it pretty much, did it tie or not? I don't know what I did there. You can get it pretty much anywhere. Dollar Tree even carries it. That's probably where I got these. And they usually have a package of, I think, four different colors, something like that. But they usually carry it on their craft side. We'll just tie a little bow there. And there's something else we can do with butcher's string, or butcher's twine, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to stay right there. So there we go. We've got that little project done. That's super cute. Great way to decorate in your junk journal. Add some beauties. Add another tag with a little pocket. Adding butcher's twine. We used our bone folder. So let me show you one other thing that we can do with bone folders. Bone folders are really useful. And I showed you, well, I had the, not only can we spread things and not cut things, but flatten things, fold things, but we can take, if we're making a card or something, for instance, we can take our paper. I'm just going to take one of these scraps, and when you have a scoreboard, you're going to use that bone folder. Usually comes with the board, and you can hit that groove. Say I want a 1/2 inch fold. You're going to put that mark, see the 1/2 inch, put that bone folder in there, and you're going to slide it along the groove. That's what bone folders are for. They're for folding. They're for all the things. And we're going to take that, we're going to fold it just like that. Now we can get a good crease like that. That's okay. But if you crease it down like that, it creases so much tighter, so much better, and helps with those fibers folding. So you'll get a much tighter, better fold with something like that. Now, do you have to have a bone folder in your set? No, you don't. You can use other things like scissors. You can use the edge of your scissors to do that. You can use your fingernail if you prefer. Anything that's going to hit that curve or that fold and make it fold better, you can do. Bone folders, I'm telling you what, they're inexpensive. You could use a popsicle stick. You could use lots of things, but these are pretty cool. And as far as scoring tools go, this is what you want. You've got the point on there, it lines up right away, and it just makes things a lot easier. So we've got butcher's twine, we've got bone folders, we've got book binding, we have got belly bands, we've got barely arts glue. We got at least five things we talked about today. So I hope that helped you out, you guys. I hope that, oh, and brushes. I didn't say brushes. We used brushes. Hope that helps you out with a few different terms. We're going to be using these consistently throughout my projects and my month. You're going to see them mentioned all across the junk journaling community, and I hope that you will enjoy all the videos. Once again, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of my YouTube family. Make sure to check out those other artists. They are amazing ladies. And I hope you enjoy all of it, all of April. I'm so looking forward to doing this with you guys. So thank you so much. Hit the notification button and you won't miss any of the videos I post. Whew, I think we got through it, guys. Thanks so much. I can't say it enough. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.